Alright, hey guys, we're going to be starting level 3 of Demon Souls. We will be going through an area which is pretty much just a big maze of a prison cell. So you're going to start off here in this room. You'll be able to tell this is the starting area due to the archstone that is here against the wall. And in the beginning here, I'm basically just sorting out where to go to see Kuro's summon sign, his soul sign, so that I can summon him and we can play together and go through and show you guys what this first little area of level 3 is like. So this is the first room to the right. There's not much in there, so I was just wandering around waiting to see the soul sign. I found it and summoned him, and the area that you start out in here, there is the gate there at the very end, which you will go through later on. That's actually where we'll stop, and then there's an item here, which are those stones which glow, the Guide of Guidance, that will allow you to place stones that kind of mark where you've been. So that is the item there, and then there's really nothing else here. So from where you start, you're going to go down this way to the left of where you start, and that is where we're going to be heading here once Kuro is summoned. So he's summoned here, and we had an interesting encounter. When he was giving me some items here, we found that somebody had invaded us, and I'm not really sure what they were thinking. I'm glad that Kuro was with me, but he said that the person here, Maxis_09, and whoever it was, I'm sorry, we didn't mean to hurt your feelings or anything by beating you up, but he said this person seemed kind of under-leveled for this area because Kuro had done some massive amounts of damage to him. He went down very quickly, so I kind of just rolled out of the way because I wasn't sure what to expect with this person. I had been invaded a couple of times before, but he wasn't as challenging as we thought he was going to be. There was a time previously when we had been invaded by, I think, 2 people, and they both were a little more of a challenge, and that was in the second world, I believe, in the first part of the second level, near all the mine carts and everything. But this guy wasn't all that much. But anyways, Kuro gave me some items. We got rid of him, and so just going down here, you will see hands or monsters that come out of the sides, and you'll actually hear NPCs or monsters yelling throughout the area. So you will see those, and a lot of these doors here will be locked. So there are keys that you're going to need to unlock them, and I don't suggest wasting them all on opening every door just to have them opened. And then to the side, you can also see a witch-like monster, and what he does is he'll throw these lightning-looking balls at you, and when they hit you, they will freeze you. So you want to avoid doing that because the effect will last for a little while. But altogether, they're not too difficult to take down, especially if you were with someone else. I'm sorry if I seem kind of out of it today. I'm a little distracted, but there is the soldier's soul here in the corner, and then there's a key that you'll need to take off the wall. I believe Kuro said there was about 6 to 8 keys total throughout the entire level, and you need to save one on this area to be able to get through to the next spot. So do not waste all of your keys just opening doors to get items and things. Those are things that can wait. So be careful throughout this level because there are going to be areas around the floors where you will not see it right away until you're almost right on it, but there will be holes in the floors and you can easily fall through and hurt yourself. But once you go all the way down this hallway here, what you should do is come into the dead end where Kuro is. I decided to actually go explore down this bigger hallway here and smash through looking for items and things because I thought that this was a dead end. I thought that this was a detour that I could go through and pick up some things while he was clearing out enemies, and that wasn't the case. So I had to go back because he told me there was an item there, and if you guys have watched any of the videos for any period of time, you probably know that I like items, and I like to check for them and get them. So there is a renowned soldier's soul hanging off of the dead corpse on the railing, and then there is a shard of mercury stone there. So both very useful items. I'm not really reading any messages here, we're just going through, and when we filmed this, we didn't have a whole lot of time. I was actually on a very tight time limit. I only had so much time that I had in order to do this before I wasn't going to be able to film anymore. So be careful going around the corner there because there's going to be a guy or 2, and they'll be right around the corner ready to attack you. but we took care of them, and going forward you'll see more guys to the side. You know, they're all reaching out, yelling. There was a guy here that actually froze Kuro, which is why I had to attack him, and I was actually happy because I wanted to be useful. I wanted to do something, you know. So going here, just looking around, there is another key here hidden behind some stuff, which you will see in a minute. So be sure to actually take the time to smash and get all of the debris and just the stuff around out of the way, because you might miss some keys. So there's one right there, just to point it out, hanging on the wall, and then going here, there's some more items down there that you can see, but you're only able to actually access one because there's a railing that separates you from the other side, which is where the other two items are. So be careful as you go here. Also, because to the side, towards the middle of the map, there are parts where the railings are not there. So try not to, you know, misstep and fall off, because that will end very poorly. But there's a shard of mercury stone in the room, and then at the very end there is another renowned soldier's soul. So after that you can pretty much just backtrack and clear out a couple of more enemies, and then you can go back to the beginning where you first spawned, where the archstone was, and that little gate all the way to the right that I had pointed out at the beginning. What you can do is take one of the keys, which you will need, and open that. Unfortunately, I didn't realize that if the doors are locked, which pretty much all of them are after the beginning, you will use a key opening them, and it will not ask you if you want to use it. So that's why I really want to stress, please be careful about when you use the keys. You can probably, and I haven't tested this, but you probably can come back and check for those things later, but I would not waste it under that assumption. You know, the keys, I would not waste them. But all you have to do now is go back to the beginning and find that gate. So that's what we are doing here. The level seems like maybe for a person like me who has a bad sense of direction, it seems kind of confusing to get through, but it's not. It's pretty straightforward. So if you just follow the pathways, and there's railing and everything, if you just follow the pathways, you can get through to where you're supposed to go pretty easily. Just be careful for the traps, be careful for the enemies that will reach out through the gates and try to snag you. But anyways, you can see here, this area is where you started from. You can get back fairly quickly. There's the archstone, which will, you know, be a huge hint that you're there. So you would go all the way to the right and use the key, which you should still have, and open the gate. So after that you can go through to the next area. You'll use Prison of Hope 3rd floor key and go through. So just a heads up to you guys that if you do want to play with us, we will be trying to play on Saturday, May 4th. If you want to join us, check out the description for some more info on how to do that. And then we have more info in our Tumblr, please check that out. And then please like or subscribe us to get more updates. Thank you guys for watching, and we will see you Friday for our next update.